Hello. We have got a lot to talk about. Today we're talking about the 2025 Royal Rumble, and I'm just going to go ahead and rip it off right here. I enjoyed myself watching this show. Y'all know that feeling you get when you watch wrestling and like you feel like a kid again? That's how I was feeling this entire show. I know a lot of people didn't like the show, and I know there's a lot of drama surrounding the show right now, especially with Drew McIntyre and this, that, and whatever, but I enjoyed it. I think people have to take a step back and realize just how much star power was on this show. But without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's start. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. The show opened with Stephanie McMahon welcoming us to the Royal Rumble. Woo! Chills, bro. Chills. Because something really does feel different right now. I don't know what it is, but something really does feel different right now. It feels a lot more unpredictable, and it feels like you're supposed to expect the unexpected. Every single match on this card could go any way. It really could. There was no one clear winner for each match. The first match was the Women's Royal Rumble, and let me just say, the women's division is absolutely stacked. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. I don't like the winner they chose. And that is my only real grievance of this entire match. Gang, I think we all need to give a little bit of appreciation to Io Sky, Liv Morgan, and Roxanne Perez all collectively. They all put in a check's worth. They put in that week's check's worth, gang. And if I'm not being mistaken, they all broke the record for time in a women's Royal Rumble match. I'll also say I continue to be impressed by Lash legend, Jada Parker, and Jordynne Grace, all three. It feels like everybody that was in this match just went out there and they hooped. They wrestled their best. Not only did everyone outperform, we also got our fair share of surprises. Also, gang, it's your own fault if you were expecting AJ Lee to come back. She's never coming back, gang. She's never coming back. It's over. And another rule I've learned from this show is don't trust the dirt sheets. It was all saying Alexa Bliss wasn't ever going to come back, but she did. She did. Also, side note on no Gooner stuff, everybody put it on tonight. Like everybody put a decent outfit on tonight. Like everybody was shining out there. Like I was talking to my boys about this. My personal favorite attire of the night in the women's side of things was definitely Zelina Vega. She put that on, gang. She put it on, gang. As I said, the only real problem I had with the match was the winner. And it's not that I don't like Charlotte. It's not that I don't get why she's getting pushed. It's not that I don't want to see her pushed. It's because I just don't think she needs it. She's already established, and we already know everything about her. She's a bona fide Hall of Famer. First ballot. She didn't need this. It should have went to Io. At least in my opinion, it should have went to Io. The way I'm seeing it right now is that Io's kind of fallen into being this joke that can't win big matches. It's kind of sad, but you know, it is what it is. Not everybody's a world champion at all times. You gotta realize that. But on a side note, I can't be the only one that thought Roxanne Perez was really about to win the Royal Rumble, gang. So this basically just proves that we're getting Charlotte versus Tiffany. That match is going to be amazing. That's going to be a great match. It's just not the one I wanted to see. But I get why it's happening. It's still going to be great, and I'm still going to love every second of it. Side note, after the match, when they went back to that camera and they was showing Nikki Bella's return, and Cole was talking about how everyone was getting hype. Not a single soul was hype. Everybody was stale-faced and neutral. Everybody was expecting AJ Lee, bro. People actually thought AJ Lee was finna return. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of them. That's shame on us, gang. Anyways, we gonna shift into the 2 out of 3 falls WWE Tag Team Championship match between DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns. I'm the biggest Motor City Machine Guns fan on the planet, but oh my god, they look like such uncles, bro. They look like those English teachers that you can't tell if they're gay or not, but they have a wife at home. No hate to anybody though. I love gay people and I love the Motor City Machine Guns. Man, I wish Corey Graves was still commentating for the big shows because I was interested in the Corey Graves and Johnny Gargano beef on commentary game. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a whole lot to say about this match other than it was a great match. It had a lot of work rate and they were working. DIY got the first fall and then Motor City got the second fall. And then, ooh, baby, interference on the third. The Street Profits turn neutral, and I'm not gonna lie, they are cooking. Absolutely cooking. I had a thought about this. What if this is building towards like a tag team elimination chamber match? Like Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, Street Profits, Los Garza, Pretty Deadly, and then another team that I'm forgetting about. You can't look me in the eyes and tell me that that wouldn't bang. At this point, bro, like I'm excited to watch tag team wrestling on SmackDown. Thinking about the 6 team, I just had this idea, this crazy idea. What if it's OTM from NXT? Not me fantasy booking and whatnot, but they'd be perfect, right? They'd fit that match perfectly. Anyways, absolute banger match. Great match. Like, probably, if we're talking work rate, probably the second best match on the card. But we finna get into the best match on the card. And I mean that wholeheartedly. This was a different take at a ladder match. A take that, if I'm not mistaken, hasn't really been taken in any single ladder match. They were just straight up beating the life out of each other. Like, seriously, man, Cody and Kevin, they deserve a raise. I don't even care if they make millions. They deserve a raise. That was one of the best matches I've ever watched. The storytelling was perfect, and it even created a new, like, feud or just more tension with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I feel like they're going to end up having Kevin try to spin this in a way that Sami Zayn's a bad friend now because he didn't help Kevin Owens. And it's been quite a while since we've had just a pure Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn feud, so I wouldn't mind this, especially a feud for Mania. These are two dudes that can have 46 different rivalries, and each time you'll still be invested because the story will always be there. And once again, Cody showed that extremely ruthless side, so I'm kind of interested to see where they take that. See, I wanted Kevin to win, and I really didn't want him to lose another big match, but at least he lost in a realistic way and still looked good from it. Created a new story. And ooh baby, here we go. We're getting into the men's Royal Rumble match now. This was the most star-studded Royal Rumble in history, but it was also one of the weirdest and just wildest. Quite a few botches, and a lot of people were quote-unquote going into business for themselves apparently, but I still liked it. And I know a lot of people, or not a lot, but a select few people aren't gonna like that IShowSpeed was in the Rumble. But I think it was good. I think it's great for IShowSpeed to be involved with WWE because not only are we getting new eyes, but he's also somebody that respects the business. It was a great moment regardless of what the old heads are going to tell you. I liked it. I really did. But it's going to be hard to talk about this Rumble without talking about how everybody hates that Jey Uso won it. Dude, I don't know how you hate Jey. I don't know how people can hate Jey Uso. Like, I don't get it. I don't see what y'all hate about him. He's literally the most over guy on the roster, and the Royal Rumble is about elevating superstars to that next level. Yes, I wanted Cena to win too. I really did. I wanted Cena to tie Austin. But you can't hate Jey Uso because of this. Jey Uso still put in a performance, and Jey Uso's been doing this night in, night out. He deserves this because he has quite literally been, like, if we're not going to say Cody Rhodes has been the face, and we're not going to say Roman's been the face, Jey Uso has been the face of the company the past year. Complain all you want about it, but you can't deny how over he is with the casual fan. He's making so much money for the company. Why would you not push this guy? And I'm also going to concoct a theory here that John Cena ends up turning heel and beefs with Jey Uso. Okay, maybe that's a little outlandish. Maybe that's a little crazy, but hear me out on it. Think about it for a second. He could end up getting jealous of Jay's current success and reach with the fans, and, you know, that could drive him to a point where he ends up turning heel. I could just be talking out there right now. I'm not going to lie, but it makes sense in my head. But next up, we're going to get into, you know, the controversial Drew McIntyre elimination. So apparently, he got eliminated prematurely because somebody bumped into him and was, you know, going into business for themselves, trying to get their moves in. This could just be another one of those dirt sheet things where, you know, they're just sparking up controversy. But a lot of these Twitter marks are saying that it was Logan Paul and LA Knight. By Twitter marks, I just mean a few people in the comment section of the post. I'm not gonna I take this with a grain of salt. I'm just seeing what people are saying. Don't shoot the messenger. The men's rumble definitely could have been better. I think there were a lot of botches and mishaps, but I still think the match overall was really good. Penta looked good despite an early botch, and Jacob Fatu looked absolutely unstoppable. It's get back season, and Braun Strowman got it back in blood, and oh my god, what world am I living in? WWE has made me interested in Braun Strowman. Seth also went absolutely crazy and turned heel, and I think we're getting Seth versus Roman at Mania. Which, if that's the case, let's go. Thank you. Thank you, Papa H. You are cooking. I think that's all I have to say. I think that's all I have to talk about. I didn't watch the press conference. Didn't really care to. But I think that's all I have to say. This was one of the weirdest shows I've ever watched, but it was also really good. And once again, I really did enjoy it. And I'm enjoying all the stuff WWE's putting out as of late. We're on the road to WrestleMania, and if y'all are rocking with it, I'm going to start posting weekly show reviews. But that's if y'all are rocking with it. 2025, we gonna become a consistent and constant YouTuber, gang. I swear. Also, not wrestling related, but Luca for AD. What are we talking? This is something 2K couldn't even come up with. What are we doing? What world am I living in? Look, Goat's gonna get number 5. Let's go. Thank you, Lord Jesus. But yeah, that's gonna be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you like sarcastic white guys talking about wrestling on the internet. Join the Discord server. It's in the description, and as always, the pinned comment. We was actually watching the show live together. So yeah, go ahead, join up. We building a community. I think you guys would like it. And yeah, that's gonna be all for me. Stay safe. God bless.